Well, hello there everyone and welcome to Voobly Official. We're live again and ready to stream some games for you. This time it's gonna be Vikingos Nomadas against TheKebab. It's kind of a surprise stream for us, to be honest. We weren't prepared for this, but the players have confirmed they have launched the game and we're straight into game 1, ready to bring it for you guys. It's gonna be a 5-game series here, as I said, between Vikingos Nomadas and TheKebab team. Today I'm joined by Martin Taff. Mr. Martin, are you here with me? No, he's not just yet with me, but he will be in any second, I hope, at least, guys. And once again, sorry for this, for being so sudden with this stream, but we were all caught by surprise by this. And anyway, we're going straight into game 1. It's Land Nomad, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the settings. Yes, it is. We are now following. Well, let me switch into one player that I know better. I'm gonna switch into Tato's point of view. Here we are. He's the Chinese player here, as you can see. I see him with a lot of villagers. That means he's the Chinese. And he seems like he has found his own spot, which apparently he's kind of sharing with player 7 from the enemy team, as you can see here. Looks like they are sharing the same spot and will try to fight for these boards. This could be a little bit of an interesting fight. Well, or maybe Tato has his hunt here as well, so maybe he's gonna be fine and not need to steal those boars from player 7. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. We need to try and somehow figure out how are the team members here placed. Tato is here, as you can see, at the right south side of the map. He seems to be somehow between enemy players. This player 7 here is his enemy. I also can see blue player here, player 1, is also close to him and he's also not on his team. So apparently he somehow messed up his own spot, Tato has. Because look where his teammates are. Yellow player is here, very far away from him. Same thing with player 5. And his other teammate is player 2, which is also very, very far away from me. Somehow he messed up his spot here, apparently. So let's see, maybe they could still decide to restart this. They have 30 seconds to decide if they do or if they not. So let's see if they will actually go for the restart or they will stay like this for now. Because I reckon this could be really a very hard spot here for Tato. As just mentioned before, he is stuck between enemies. TC going up for him, also TC going up for player 7, which will be a little bit faster, as you can see. So maybe he walked a little bit too much with his villagers, because as Chinese, you are expected to be the one laying down your TC first. So something went here wrong for Tato, and the 5 minutes mark is gone. So this won't be restarted, as you can see. I will alt-tab, guys, really fast. I need to see if everything is going, is alright with my sound. Let me check if everything is correct. I think it is. I think you guys should be hearing this just fine. Yes, you are. So back to the game. Yeah, and Mr. Taff is with me again. Hello, Martin. Thank you for joining me.
What have I missed? I heard you going on about Tato missing his spot.
That's how it looks like for me. Look at where he is. Like, he's very far away from his teammates. He's on one side of the map, and all of his teammates are on the other side of the map. So he apparently messed up his spot. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. It doesn't look terrible though, because he's only up against blue, isn't he? No,
blue and gray as well. Yeah, gray's also very close to him. What worries me the most is where his teammates are. Look at where yellow, teal, and red player are. They are somewhere completely else. Checking here the south left side of the map, Martin, I see an unclaimed spot, and I think that would have been Tato's spot if he.
Yeah, where the 3 balls? It looked like somebody started to chop a tree there. You see where the 3 balls are above the gold and the sheep?
Yeah, I see here 3 boars just above 2 stone mines. I think that's well, let's say to the south of yellow. I think that's where his spot was supposed to be. So he probably just walked in the wrong direction, because also to note is player 7, which, well, it's Persia. He has more wood, that's true, but still he had his TC first. He had his TC up before Tato, and Tato is Chinese, so that's something shouldn't happen, right? I mean, the Chinese player should be the one having his TC laid down first, I reckon. So something went wrong here for Tato, and they did not choose to do a restart here, Martin, which could be dangerous for them, right? It could end up being a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, I think the one restart has really made teams think hard before they call restart, don't you?
Yeah, they don't want to restart on the first game.
We see most games going through now without any restarts called at all, the whole match.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Please keep an eye on the chat, Martin, and tell me if something is wrong, because we didn't have too much time to prepare this, so I'm afraid I've missed something. If the sound is okay, if you can hear Martin fine.
Everyone's saying your screen is black, you're not showing the game.
I'm not
complaining about. I'm joking.
Oh, man, you actually scared me. God damn it, man. Yeah, my heart just stopped beating there for a second. I want to say the F word to you, but we're streaming on official, so I'm gonna hold myself back. Well, when this is over, sir, I'm gonna have a chat with you. Anyway, take a look at the populations. It's Tato with 15 population, still leading, even though his TC was up a little bit too late. I didn't check the civilizations, let me do that just now. It's Chinese.
I'll do the saves. Go on, carry on.
It's Chinese, Koreans, Persian, and Goth. First game is team random, is a mirror civilizations. So both teams are gonna have the same civilizations. Okay, look, good thing for Tato here, Martin. He has now just find his 3 boards, or at least 3 boards. Hard to say if those were his 3.
He sent 6 vills. That's where I think his spot should have been. Can you see the tree, I mean, on the right-hand side of where he is now?
Ah, yes, I can.
You can see, he chopped there, like, I'm guessing he chopped there, and then he's walked all the way to the wrong part.
Yeah, indeed, I agree with you. So maybe he started with a villager here, and for some reason he moved them further to the right. I wonder why would he do so. Well, anyway, the tire walls can be tricky. It can be really tricky to find your spot, especially if you're Chinese, actually, because you have so many villagers, and then sometimes it's hard to know where is the middle spot on all of those villagers, right?
Quick decision, get that TC going.
Exactly, and maybe his teammates didn't X their spots fast enough, and that led to rather unfortunate placement of Tato's TC. Anyway, seems he's not doing too bad, Martin. He's on 19 population, still behind player 7, to be fair.
Yeah, if you look at the TheKebab team population, they're in front of VN. You got 2 TheKebab players, both on 20, and Tato is the only one on his team 20. The others are 15s. I know it's early because it's Nomad, but
yeah, I wonder what's happening with the Persian player from the VN team, because since back here, I don't know how to pronounce his name, player 7, since he's doing so well as Persian player, I wonder why is the Persian player from the VN team not doing so well. Persian player from VN team is player 5, is Heimdall. So probably, well, yeah, seems he's somehow struggling with resources, Martin. I see here 1 board's been collected, no, 3rd board has been collected. He has no deer next to him, I think. Is he collecting deer somewhere? I don't see it, at least. No,
Yeah, well, he's on berries. See the berries up above yellow?
Ah, yes, he's here on berries. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, Martin, I think those berries, those deer close to yellow's TC should have been player 5's deer, and I think yellow player should have went a little bit further to the south. You see there is a deer patch in there which is unclaimed.
He's built a house there as well, hasn't he?
Yes, indeed, indeed he has. So it's really weird why he actually didn't decide to stay in there. And as we mentioned before, Tato should have been where his villagers are now collecting these boards, as Martin just mentioned before. Anyway, let's do a quick zapping between the players, see if anyone is upping already. Yes, it is, and it's player 7 who's upping already. Tato's direct opponent, and this could mean trouble for Tato. I'm gonna go into his point of view. Okay, he still has no idea that Tato is in there. He has absolutely no idea. He has one of the enemies is just close to him, so that will probably somehow influence the way he's gonna play this game. He's probably not gonna think of rushing in Feudal Age and probably just try to go straight into Castle Age, Martin, right? Because if he actually knew Tato is in there, he could think about doubling him.
He hasn't scouted very well around all his base. When you think, even just outside of his houses, he's black. Can't see anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't explored a lot in general. Look at that. I mean, I don't see much exploration around his town center. It's even he does see gold, he does see stone, which is obviously important for to him at the beginning at least. But yeah, he should have scouted a little bit around him.
He had plenty of sheep to do that with as well. All the bottom part of the map, he hasn't even looked. It could be anyone there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna switch into blue. Maybe he has scouted a little bit better and he actually knows where Tato is. Nope, he has no... Well, he can see some chopped trees in there to south of the map, but I don't know if he actually realizes that's an enemy staying there and not an ally. So switching to player 7 seems to be the first player to reach feudal age. So let me see what exactly is he gonna do. Well, first of all, he's missing resources to even make any building at all. He doesn't have enough wood for that. He seems to be struggling a little bit with his resources. Maybe he went a little bit too fast to feudal age, I think. Yeah, he's now able to make a stable...
He's scouting underneath now. Watchtower, he's going to find Tato's gold, and he's now going to realise Tato's right next to him. Yeah, stable.
And now he was...
Stable, quick.
Yeah, and now he was able to see Tato, and one watch hour goes up. Let me see if Tato actually sees that. I think he's gonna see it.
Attack it. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah,
was a wastage.
Tato has saw it just on time as he was... well, he probably saw the villagers just wandering around, and then he sent them.
Did he kill the tower, or did the guy delete it quick?
Oh my god.
No, he deleted it. He's 90 stone still.
Yeah, you must have deleted it, but...
Yeah, but he hasn't got enough stone for another tower.
Yeah, he lost a lot of resources by deleting that. And looking at Becker, is he doing scouts? Yeah, he's good doing scouts. Let me see what will Tato do against this. Because I don't... Yeah, no, he has a stable himself, Martin. So probably he's gonna make a stable as well.
Tato dropped the stable straight away as soon as he spotted him.
So let me switch into Tatos. Is he doing scouts himself? No, he's not. He's also not doing spears, so I think he wants to go fast castle, even though he sees player 7 is actually going aggressive on him. I hope he's not gonna regret this decision, because he seems to me he's not caring about this attack from player 7.
Player 7, he's not gonna stop that, I don't think. Player 7 should easily get that tower up.
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't do a spear at least, because he did see those scouts, and now he's gonna have... Yeah, now he's gonna have a hard try. Well, no, he just clicked Castle Age.
He's dropping his Bourville straight onto gold on the left side. Saved him a bit.
That's actually a very nice idea. That's actually very good to him. Let me see. Well, but how can he stop these scouts? There are 3 scouts already, and 1 villager is gonna die here for sure. At least 1.
He needs to bring his other deer vills inside, because the scouts won't come in there, and he's right next to his TC.
Yeah.
But he's still not even making 1 spear.
Yeah, not a single spear. That's what I wanted to point out. So he seems to be playing this... Oh, he's being slung. He's being slung by Moon Knight, by player 4. Right. He just got a few resources. So, okay, that's why he went straight to Castle Age and didn't care too much about this scout attack. Player 7 needs to be careful with this tower. He's very close to the TC. He's under TC fire. Even gonna lose a villager. There you go. Even a second one.
Tato will push everything off him. He's 60% castle age.
Oh, and he's gonna wall him in, Martin. He's gonna wall those villagers in. The 2 villagers were dead. A 3rd one is dead, and now a 4th, even a 5 is gonna die. Oh my god, very unfortunate.
He's gonna lose the last one as well.
Oh my god, oh my god. 5 villagers.
One of those vills. Wow.
5 villagers down for player 7 right here. A very unfortunate play by him. I reckon he had a little bit of a slow reaction there.
Just to let the viewers know, you're not missing any action anywhere else. Everybody else is just in a normal, safe nomad, walling themselves in. There's no action anywhere. The only action is what Nelson's concentrating on.
Okay, were people complaining I was sticking to the same?
I haven't. Nelson, I'm not even looking at the stream chat. I'm just seeing that people.
Alright. Anyway, Tato is now Castle Age. He has been slung, so he can... Let me see, has he done all the upgrades? Hard to say just yet. He is producing from 2 stables, so he is gonna be able to defend against this scout rush and tower rush from player 7, that's for sure. And all of a sudden, I'm very worried about player 7.
He's got bloodlines and +1 already.
Yes, he does, so I don't see how can actually player 7 stop him. He's still somehow...
He can't, especially as he's being slung. He was going to besiege workshop straight away, Tato, and that would have been very interesting.
Yeah, he still needs somehow to be short on gold, Tato, right? He does have a few villagers here collecting gold, but still needs to, seems to be a little bit short on gold, it seems to me. As Martin just mentioned before, his scouts are +1, his scouts have bloodlines, so they are already fairly strong. I do wonder what is player 1 doing. His population seems to be a little bit... no, actually not that low, just exactly the same as all the other ones. Anyway, player 7 tried to wall here with houses. Let's hope he's gonna be fast enough and be able to avoid any damage from player 6, from Tato right here. Yeah, well, that's the good thing about having such a tight base. All your villagers are close to your town center, so you're gonna be fine. Well, I see a small push attempt there, Martin, by player 8, by orange player onto player 5, but there are some walls there, so I don't think player orange player is going to be able to do anything in there.
Yeah, he's building forward. Just to let the viewers know as well, it's only the VN team that are slinging. Moon Knight player 4 is slinging Tato. There's nobody else in the game slinging so far.
Yeah, so as you guys could see, this scout and tower rush attempt from player 7 was a little bit of a fail decision, but not really his fault. He obviously did know Tato was gonna get slinged, because if he actually wasn't slinged, he would be in a very hard spot. But then again, maybe if he wasn't going to be slinged, he wouldn't have gone for straight FC, I think. Is something happening between player 2, red player and orange player? No, both of them very walled. So as Martin just mentioned before, not much action happening here besides from this fight here between Tato and Bekir, or Bekir again. I'm sorry if the pronunciation is not the correct one, guys. I saw...
Everybody else is pretty much solidly walled up or palisade up, and it's only Tato's got any action at the moment.
Okay, but then again, Tato is being slinged, so he actually needs to do damage on 2 players, and so far he's not even able to do that much of damage against player 7. So he needs to start going a little bit more aggressive. I see a siege workshop here, Martin, with the ram incoming. Maybe he needs to add a few scorpions to that to be able to actually kill all of those spears from player 7.
Yeah, but I know you said he's been slung, he needs to hit 2, but if you look at the grey player, he's a mile from going to Castle Age anyway.
Well, indeed.
He's 90 food.
Well, indeed, he's very far, but I think if you're getting slung, that means one of the players on your team isn't, it's gonna fight, is not gonna fight, right? So you're kind of expected to do damage to 2 players, I think so, at least. Anyway,
I think you'll get it.
Let me see. He's putting more towers, more spears. So I think he's actually defending himself pretty well. Player 7 in here, a great player there is. He, I don't think he has lost a single villager so far. Well, at least since Tato reached Castle Age, because he did lose 5 villagers there on the wood, as we saw before. Looks like I have a small.
You got player 2 now, so in effect Tato is holding up player 7, and player 2 is now sending what he's got into Tato. He's going to come with monks and knights. Monks
and knights. I do think that's pretty much, well, maybe monks and pikes are even more effective, but I do think that's the most effective way. Well, apart from heavily stonewalling, of course, I think that is the most effective way of defending against a sling. I think so. Looks like we have a small pause in here. The game. Well, let me check if still everyone inside the game room, and this is not a drop. No, it's not a drop. Everyone's still inside the game room. Just a small pause, it seems.
Are you jumping F4 through the statistics?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, this is a good time to do it.
Yeah, so viewers can start to see the pops of everybody. And
yeah, look at that. The villager count is pretty much the same for everyone. This is kind of surprising to me. Look at that. The lowest player has 40 villagers. The highest player has 45 villagers. So, yeah, it's still really hard to say if any of the teams has an advantage here or not. My guess would be none of them has. As you can see, 2 players on each team are on feudal age. Still, we're kind of expected. Player 7, the grey player, was the one trying to do some aggression, so he's gonna be delayed to castle age, of course. And obviously, player 4, the yellow player, is gonna be on feudal age because he's the one slinging in here. Martin, did they actually pick the War is Coming mod? Please tell me they did. Yes, they did. Okay.
Of course they did. I sat in the room, wasn't I, Nelson?
Yes, so you wouldn't allow any problems, any misconception of the rules to be taken here. Just to remind our viewers, those of you who are not too familiar with the tournament so far, we do have a special mod which was developed for this tournament, the WiC mod, and basically what it does is it somehow decreases the effectiveness of a sling by moving the banking upgrade, rather moving the coinage upgrade to Castle Age and the banking upgrade to Imperial Age. We hoped that by developing this mod, players will think twice about slinging on Feudal Age, because that's gonna be less effective than it has been until now, of course. And the game is running again. As you can see, Tato doesn't seem to have just enough knights to fight those number of spears by a Grey player. I do think Grey player is doing a good job here. He hasn't sustained any big damage from Tato so far, at least.
I think that yellow sling is very, very weak at the moment. You're getting like 14 and 20, 14 and 20.
Well, that's the thing. With this mod, yeah, a little bit more of a sling this time, 104 and 103. But that's the thing, with this mod, you will get less resources from each time your teammate gives you any resources at all. So, yeah, there you go, as I mentioned, very, very slow, very small sling so far. And as I mentioned before, Tato is now adding a few scorpions. Well, comes Orange trying to help his teammate, and he's gonna get converted though. I don't think this was a good idea by Orange player to come.
Yeah, Orange came down there because he had nowhere else to go, because the whole rest of the VN team are just walled. So he sent his army down and lost the whole lot in seconds.
I do think he actually killed both monks, or at least one of them. So actually, not bad for him. Actually, a good idea. Anyway, what I was mentioning.
2 monks? My bad.
At least one monk, I think. At least one would die there, but I can't be too sure. Okay, but now it's Blue trying to convert, and he was successful. He got a camel. Nice idea by him, by actually starting to convert the camel and not a knight. And Tato now moves in, but there are a lot of stuff in there, Martin. There are so many spears. Yeah. There is a tower.
A lot. I'm surprised he's still going in now with the amount of spears, monks and knights, and the towers.
Yeah, and it's about to get worse, because there are pikes as well now.
Yeah. I'm surprised Tato's gone now. I thought he would have tried to build a little more.
I think he somehow feels pressured. He's being slung, so he needs to do damage. That's where he thinks. And he's just trying with all he can, but he doesn't have enough army. And he really does not have. There are 3 armies in there defending player 7. There is Orange, there is Blue.
And extra monks.
Yeah, extra monks from Orange, which seem to be walking too much. He's gonna lose them if he actually doesn't try to do any conversions at all. And, well, surprisingly, one of them is still alive. The second one is gonna die. No, okay, the second one is still alive.
Tato killed all his knights instead of risking them being converted. I don't know if you noticed.
I haven't noticed that. I'm sorry. Well, this didn't go too well for Tato, I think. No village.
As I said, I was surprised he went in when he did, with the amount of army that Grey, Orange, and Blue had in his base.
Yeah, it's a 3 versus 1 in here. So is he even now losing the scorpions for nothing? Maybe he can convert this knight in time. No, he's not converting it. So he's even gonna lose. No, he's not gonna lose that knight. He was able to convert that knight on time. It's a good thing for Tato going there.
He needs to regroup, build up all the scorpions, and build his army up before he tries going back in, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, he's
losing too much.
He's actually fighting 3 armies in there, Martin, isn't he? He's fighting Blue. Blue has spikes, and he has a monk as well. And there are a lot of spears from player 7 as well, from Grey player. Only now getting a little bit more of a sling from player 4, which stopped slinging him there for a second. And he could even end up...
Still feudal age, still feudal sling with no coinage or anything. I just don't understand why he's doing it.
Yeah, they are risking a little bit in here. They are risking too much, I reckon. And let's look a little bit at the populations here, guys. As you can see, Blue player seems to be doing very well already on almost 100 population. Of course, many of that population is because of this huge amount of pikes right here. Well, on the other hand, player 2, that is the red player, he seems to be pretty much booming, undisturbed, and he's already on almost 100 villagers, which
Orange. It looks like the rest of them are just going to go for Imperial fights. Orange is almost ready to click up Imperial now. I don't know what grey player is doing. He's sitting on 1200 food and 300 gold, and he hasn't clicked up. Ah, he's clicked up. I lied. My bad.
He has clicked up now.
He's in
Okay.
castle.
Okay.
I honestly think this is looking bad. This is looking bad for VN team. I think they've just done too much trying to sling with Moon Knight in Feudal Age, and the rest of them have done nothing apart from try to boom. And the Kebab team at the moment are almost out booming them.
Yeah, okay, the good thing here going for the end team, there is a castle from player. Let me switch into red player's point of view. Let me see how is he doing. Yeah, he was now able to click to Imperial Age. He does have 100 villagers, that's good for him. He will be trying to push here into player 8, into orange player base. What about orange? How is...
The problem they're going to have is the blue player, Goths, for Team Kebab is almost Imperial. And he's going to be fully on Tato. Tato's got a huge risk here of being wiped out in the once blue gets to Imperial.
Indeed, he's now trying to build here a castle. This castle will be very important for him if he actually gets it done. He's trying to all around himself. He does have a nice amount of army there. But I do think blue needs to...
I don't know why blue doesn't use his rams though.
Yeah, to the castle. Yeah, attack the castle, not the houses. Yeah, he needs to attack the castle, not the houses. It's probably, well, hard to say what's happening here. Tato seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, but blue's almost Imperial, and he's Goths. And he's got the castle up, and he's making Huskarls.
Well, the problem...
I don't think Tato is fine at all. I think Tato is okay for now. It's not gonna last.
If he actually... Okay, now he's gonna attack those rams, so I think this went actually pretty good for Tato. At least for now, he's doing fine. But as you mentioned before, blue player is now on Imperial Age, so let's see how we'll be able to hold. He's... what about Tato? Let me see. Let me switch into his point of view. Yeah, he can click now, but he's gonna be behind, obviously. For obvious reasons, he's gonna be behind blue, which probably will be getting a trebuchet out of the castle, and will start trebbing out this castle here from Tato as well. Anyway, I do think this fight went good for him, at least for now, Martin, right? I think he did well on keeping his castle alive, keeping his push alive, and he's actually now pushing towards player 7 plus Grey player. So, Grey player now needs to rely on the Goth player to come and help him, which, to be fair, he's doing. There is a trebuchet there already. There are halberdiers for player 1 for blue player, and we do know how good halberdiers do against knights. They pretty much kill them instantly, I would almost say.
The green player for the Kebab team has started to sling. Only 3,000 resources at the moment. He's giving it to 2 players, Grey and blue.
Okay, blue needs to keep his trebuchet alive here, otherwise this could be bad for him. Oh no, yeah, nice job here by Tato, was able to kill the trebuchet. He's probably not going to be able to kill the second one, but at the same time, he has a second castle going up for him, Martin. And he is doing a lot of Chukanos, pretty much the best choice possible against halberdiers.
The Goth player's doing anarchy now, so he isn't going to be staying with halberdiers, I doubt.
Yeah, he will be producing more and more skulls, and as Martin just mentioned before, blue player is being slung by player 3, you mentioned, yeah, by green player, you said.
But they did it differently. Team Kebab have waited until Castle Age before they even started the sling.
Yeah, so their sling is going to be much more effective.
Much stronger.
So he's
probably going to catch up player 4 in no time at all with the sling, and player 4 has been slinging the whole game.
Yeah, so pretty much it all comes down to how will this fight go between Goth and Chinese, and if I have to pick, considering both players are being slung, I would actually pick Goth, right, Martin? And especially...
I would definitely pick Goth.
Yeah,
definitely pick Goth.
And especially... Yeah, because especially if the player slinging Goth is on Castle Age, and the player slinging Chinese is on Feudal Age, so the amount of resources...
Just gonna say he's now gone to Imperial as well, so he could even start coming with something like blooming bombards or whatever. But his sling is already 50% of yellows, and he didn't even start till not long ago.
Yeah, well,
Yellow's losing so much resource.
I do think the blue player needs at least one more trebuchet in here. Tato is repairing with all his villagers, and he's able to keep his first castle alive. Yeah.
Top of the map, top of the map.
Top of the map, top of the map, top of the map.
Dark Knights, Goths, Champions going in on orange, on Chinese. Huge. That is a big army.
Oh my, yeah, I do see it here. Okay, I see what you meant. And very bad as well. You do see Cavaliers here from player 5 from Teal going into Blue's economy, somehow trying to raid a little bit in there as well. So I do wonder, why didn't they wall? They do need to wall this. I wonder why they didn't wall in there.
Very open, aren't they?
Okay, but let's switch back here to player 1, which is now charging towards Tato. These are not elites, her skulls just yet, so I think he's probably gonna lose all of them. He needs to be a little bit careful with that. And player 5 now comes from behind, is able to take one of the trebuchets. Nice teamwork here by the VN team, I think, Martin. Very nice communication, very nice teamwork. And all of the trebuchets are down. Well, no. Mind me, there is still one up there. But it's probably gonna be killed.
GG already. Wow.
What?
That's fast.
What?
That's red. That is. That's red wiping out Orange's base. The top of the map fight.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, yeah. We missed this fight here.
They're not stop. Well, we didn't miss it. We saw him before he began.
Yeah, and
that was a fast end. I'm a bit surprised. I gotta be honest. I expected a lot more from player 1.
Yeah, from blue player, right? Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, we would have hoped the blue player would have been able to push a little bit stronger into Tato here, but Tato did very nicely. And
Tato did very well, but I wouldn't say Tato did exceptional and he was awesome. Tato held his ground, didn't do anything stupid, but blue never really tested Tato, and I honestly thought he would. I'm surprised. Okay, good game.
Anyway, let's GB, and that's the 1-0 for Team Vikingos Nomadas. Let me change the score in here. Score, it's 1-0 for the VNN team.